choice to come in. I think this is the first step to even bigger brands kind of following suit
0-0.
and starting to get in. Who knows? Rolex, you know, Mercedes, BMW. Maybe those kind of start coming in.
Great point from Victoria DiMuzio, world-class tennis pro, coming over to the pro scene just over a year ago. Canadian national tennis player, turned pro last season.
Set up.
And against Leigh, it's not about hitting the winners and some great points. It's doing it for a consistent period of time. That's where she, I think, has the edge on most of her counterparts. Oh my, just wide from Waters.
And I think the thing with Leigh, you know, even, you know, you're not going to play your best every day. Even at your worst, she kind of has a really consistent level. And that's what makes her the best. Kind of like her floor is so much higher than everyone. Even on her worst days, she's able to compete and squeak out some wins. And almost when she's at her best, she's untouchable.
Zero one.
Lob serve.
Wow, what a shot.
On the run, too.
Let's get about 10 more of those.
1-0. Set out. Zero one. Set out. 1-0.
Volley to perfection. Waters wants to take the net first. She wants to take it on her terms.
0-1.
Yeah, I think Leigh, some of her best shots that I don't really see a lot as well on the women's side is her ability to approach. She just gets so low, uses her legs really well, and like her transition from kind of baseline to midcourt to the net is absolutely world class. She just suffocates people and kind of forces them. They have to hit the perfect shot to pass her.
Man, what a shot. A fade away, cross court from Leigh Waters.
You know, we just watched No Way play and how physical and how balanced he is. I think
video challenges are available.
Almost matches that. You know, if you notice her every time she's hitting a backhand, notice how
2-1.
wide her legs are, how her right knee is almost touching the ground. She's super physical, and that helps her to get. I mean, she stays low and through on every single ball. And she just, I mean, you see it in singles, you see it in doubles, she's always there with the legs.
3-1.
Career. Where is she going in this event? What do you think? Semis? Final? Is Leigh going to get her back here in Mesa?
Yeah, I mean, geez, if Jeannie's...
Oh.
Just wide. You know, if Jeannie's playing well enough to double pickle Judah Castillo, I mean, she must be on a heater.
Look out, everybody else.
5-1.
Waters on the run.
Wow.
Point.
Nice. Nifty spin down the line, too, to set up that close, to your point a moment ago.
6-1.
Mixing up her pace variation. Victoria DiMuzio gobbles that one up. Why do you think Nike was inspired by choosing Leigh to be a part of their brand
1-6.
after this point?
Yeah, I mean, Nike is such a prestigious company, and when they sign people, they're trying to sign the best. And with Leigh's track record and how much she just wins and dominates, and how many triple crowns she has, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer to sign her. If you're going to pick anyone in pickleball, I think she's the girl. And with that, I mean, it does come expectation to win. I don't think that's a problem for Leigh. That's kind of the standard she's set for herself. So I think it's a no-brainer for Nike if they're wanting to come into pickleball and kind of dabble and see. I think Leigh's the one to do that with, because she just has so much success.
And the standard of excellence to creating that alignment.
And I think it's also a sponsorship play for the future. When other brands see that someone is sponsored by Nike, they're more likely to jump in.
Point.
That's when a Rolex starts coming in. That's when, Mercedes, all these top brands. That's when they start saying, okay, well, if Nike's doing it, maybe we should try it out.
7-1. Set out.
BB to the baseline, just deep.
One 7.
Ooh, catches the tape and assists that ball's out of reach for Leigh Waters.
2-7.
Yeah, going back to that sponsorship with Leigh, I think she does so well with kind of finding sponsors and finding companies that represent herself. I'd like to see Ben do that even a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think Ben has had so much success and has done so well on the money side that, I would like to see him, take a chance, get a big clothing sponsor, get a shoe sponsor, get something. And, I think it's all about expanding pickleball and just trying to get it as big as possible. And I think Leigh's done a really, really good job of that.
Set out.
Yeah, I think Ben's just pretty content with where he's at in life and prepared to hand over the baton whenever that day comes for him.
When you've been doing this since what, 2016, that's a long time, and he's only 26 years old.
Such touch at the net from Waters. DiMuzio sends it deep. Waters in the closing stretch.
Something I've noticed with Leigh as well, switching to Franklin, I think it has a little bit less pop
9-2.
than maybe what she's used to from Paddle Tech.
Oh, what a shot. Man, can't follow it up, though. And the ability of Waters to get to everything with her footwork and those Nike shoes. Game point for the world's best.
10-2. Point Point
Going
game,
back to what I was saying
11-2.
before,
Timeout
Anna Leigh,
changing.
it seems like she's shaping the ball a little more. She has a little bit more finesse with that new paddle.
11-2, Anna Leigh Waters takes game one. Game two coming up next from the Carvana Mesa Cup presented by Cal-Am Resorts. In the men's singles draw, Jack Sock and Christian Ulshan will meet in the quarters tomorrow. That's a fun one. Can only hope that one will be on center. Federico's Jack Trude
Game
punched his
two,
ticket through.
time
Chris
in,
Hayworth
0-0.
moves on with the win over Jay DeVilliers.
Side out.
Yeah, kind of going back what I said in game one with this new paddle that Anna Leigh's using. I feel like she's using a lot more of those finesse shots, and you're noticing
0-0.
she's drop volleying a lot. I feel like I haven't really seen her do that as much. She kind of used to just grip it and rip it on those on any ball she gets above the waist.
Yeah, it's an interesting assessment. Not to mention the lob serve too. Was on the anticipation.
She actually overran that one.
Right. It was interesting to listen to Leigh Waters most recently on the Pickleballers podcast. They've been on it twice, saying you guys wouldn't believe the things that Anna Leigh Waters says when she's down in matches. Like, I'm terrible. I can't. My forehand's off. I can't do this. You wouldn't expect that from the world's best, from a mother's perspective. She's like, what are you talking about, Anna Leigh? Like, you're fine. You just missed a few. Very good shot from Waters at the kitchen line, but Leigh just talked about how special it is to be able to now coach from the sidelines. Jared asked her if she was maybe putting her dreams to the side in order to support Anna Leigh. And she said, you know what, this is kind of a dream, to be able to coach my daughter and enjoy her success. When I was playing, I had to dedicate more time to myself. Now it can be 100% dedicated to what Anna Leigh needs. They will play in an event this year together.
Yeah, she did have a pretty good run there. I mean, they were super dominant playing together. Very unique situation, maybe able to have, mother and daughter playing with each other.
Jeez.
Point.
Also, I want to go back to what you said about, Anna Leigh not having confidence. Some of the things she says when she's down, and people just wouldn't expect that. I mean, I think that's a normal thing for a lot of people. I know there's a story about Roger Federer in tennis. He's #1 in the world. He's in his prime, and I remember a guy being his hitting partner, and he was running after every ball, getting to it, and the coach comes up to him and tells him, hey, why don't you let a couple forehands go by next time? Don't run after them. He goes, he needs a little bit of confidence. He goes, confidence? This guy's the best in the world. He's #1 in the world, and it's like even at that level, you're still trying to find and perfect things and just always trying to gain confidence. I think Anna Leigh is the best at that. She's constantly refining, constantly getting better. I mean, you'd think, what does she have to work on? And even though she's the most winning athlete in pickleball, she's still going into practice having a plan, figuring out what she wants to work on, what shot she wants to improve, even though she has it all.
Point.
Nice construction there from DiMuzio, staying patient. But yeah, to your point there, Leigh talked about that. She sees Anna Leigh reinvigorated. She always has been extremely motivated, but with these new partnerships, it's more of a get up and go attitude, wanting to work on things. How you find things to work on is a mystery to me, but just from a branding perspective too, which Ryan Harwood and Gary Vaynerchuk have been a huge part of in that part of her life.
Point.
And Anna Leigh, of course, won this event last year, went to 3 with Brooke Buckner, was pushed to her limits.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like when you're so dominant as much as she has been.
Receiver, 5-2.
Losing to Anna Bright and Deckel Barr in their journey to get to Sunday.
It's just unbelievable, though. I mean, you see those numbers. I mean, it's almost unheard of how dominant she's been. How many losses? I mean, you can count the losses on one hand. It's unbelievable.
Point.
Great outstretched reach from Leigh there, covering the net with that forehand into a drop volley.
7-2. Set out. 2-7. Set out. 7-2. Point. 8-2.
An approach. Leigh commands herself forward again. You talked about it, world class from the baseline to the net. Takes a little bit of pace off of it. Works the outer perimeter of the court with the angle, softens it up, opens up
9-2.
the rest of the court.
Set out. 2-9. Set out.
Yeah, just so tough to play against Leigh. I mean, you just know kind of the level of consistency. You know she's just not going to miss, and that sometimes mentally takes a toll on you, knowing you have to play your best to beat someone like that.
Point. Ten-2. Set out. 2-10.
Jeez.
I mean, what do you do?
Yeah.
That was a pretty good forehand from DiMuzio. But Leigh just takes it super early, attacks the net.
10-2.
Match point for Waters.
Point
Big
game
serve,
match.
sends it deep on the return, and Waters marches on to the quarterfinal we were hoping for against Kiora Kunimoto, a battle of the teenagers in the quarters. We'll be right back. Leigh Waters will join the broadcast next with some words on how this one feels stacking up against another teenager on the rise. We'll be right back. In the quarters, and she joins us now to discuss. Leigh is the 4-time singles champion here in Mesa, at the very place where the tour began. What is it about this venue and this crowd that seems to bring out your best?
Yeah, I don't know if any of you were here last year, but I was down a game in like 9-2 to Brooke in the finals, and I somehow used you guys to give me some energy and come back. So I absolutely love the energy here. I love the people. I always have a great time, and I'm super excited to kind of use the crowd again this week.
And that you did. You know, Leigh, during this match, we were kind of talking about how dominant you've been in this sport, how much you win. I mean, the numbers they show, your records are just absolutely insane. Kind of talk us through how do you find that motivation to kind of keep going, you're always tinkering and improving things. What motivates you to do that every single day?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very competitive person. I absolutely love pickleball as well, so I feel like I'm just honestly having fun sometimes trying to figure out new shots, kind of new strategies. But even though I do win a lot, I have a lot of close matches, and I think those matches honestly push me to be better. And sometimes I'll win a tournament and still not be happy with my performance. I'm honestly like a perfectionist. I'm very hard on myself. So even if I win a match, I might be frustrated at myself sometimes. But yeah, I just feel like my competitive nature and the love of the sport just keeps me wanting to get better and better.
Well, yeah, being a perfectionist was what made you such a good fit for Nike with the standard of excellence. But as you head into the quarterfinals against another fellow teenager in tomorrow's quarter rounds, what part of your game are you feeling the most confident in right now, especially with that new paddle? And where do you feel like there's still another gear to tap into for you?
Yeah, I honestly feel like in singles, I've honestly figured out a couple things like quickly with the paddle that I've improved on. In doubles, I'm really still trying to like figure out how to use my forearm and wrist to create some more spin. I have pretty weak forearms, so I'm trying to help over here, trying to get some more muscle. But yeah, Cora, I played her last year in, where was it? I think it was Virginia Beach, and I played her first round, and I was like, wow, this is a tough first round. I knew she had a lot of potential there, and it's really cool to see another fellow teenager, like you said, doing really well on tour. So I'm excited to play her tomorrow, and she's had a lot of good wins this week, so I'm sure it'll be a tough battle.
All right, Annalie, thanks so much. That will all come